Hi everyone, this is Cat Dangerous, and this video is going to show a team composition that can defeat the final boss in hard mode Doom Tower. So this is the rotation that features Iragoth as the final boss, and I'm using this team here, which has a champion that has a defense aura. He also has some poisoning and poison sensitivity capabilities, and the poisons will not work on the boss, but they will help me a little bit with the ads. He has a nice soul, and I'm running him in brimstone, so he will occasionally land smites, and those are very important to help get the boss's health down. In addition, as you may know, Corvis has a really great buff extend on his A2, and he also, on the same ability, extends the debuffs on the enemies. So the buff extend is going to be particularly helpful in this fight. I am pulling out the big guns and bringing Toshiro, which is my mythical, just to help me get down the ads. He's a pretty good AoEer. I'm running him in a merciless set. So he has some decent damage output. I've run this a few times now, and he is often beat in the damage department by either Corvis or Alika, and I think once Mithrala even beat him in damage. So he's definitely replaceable. There are plenty of other champs, but I would suggest you bring some nice AoE in order to get down the ads as well as the boss. You can hit them all at the same time. Because this boss specializes in reducing cooldowns, increasing cooldowns. I said that the wrong way. Increasing cooldowns so that you won't be able to use your skills. You can see here that's illustrated in this description of how the boss fight works. It can be difficult to get the heals that you need, and even revives for that matter, um, based on active skills. So a passive skill healer like Scyl of Drakes, who's pretty popular for this boss fight, or someone like Sky Touched Shaman has a similar ability, and she also does a debuff block, so she's probably a great choice for in here. Something like that might work better. Perhaps even a Vogoth who can heal, but it's just a percentage of the damage coming in, is how his passive heal works. So I found that just bringing Scyl as my only healer worked fine. I have no regen gear on any of these champs. I probably don't even have Immortal on any of these champs. So I have a lot of perception gear on those that need accuracy here, like Mithrala, Corvis. Scyl I'm running in a Relentless set. Again, I think I said I have my Toshiro wearing a Merciless set. It's not a 9-piece, obviously, it's a 6-piece. And then for Alika, I think I'm running her maybe in some offense sets. There may be a perception set on there, and just trying to get some offense or attack stats on her. So maybe I'll show the gear at the end. You can see none of my champs is completely crazy in terms of gear. But what I was looking for here was a cleanser, which is Mithrala is great for that. She can also petrify the ads, though not the boss. Her blessing is brimstone, and so she can also land a smite. If Corvus fails to get it up there, I get to try with her. And just some damage. Alika does pretty strong damage on her A1. So, if she's locked out of using her A2 or A3, at least I have the A1 working for me. And with Scyl and Relentless, if I do have Alika or someone go down, Alika's a little squishy, even though she's enhanced to +1. Scyl can hopefully get an extra turn squeezed in and maybe be off cooldown and be able to revive whoever needs reviving if that happens. So let's go in here. We just want to make our way through these first couple waves as efficiently as possible. I'm just going to do some auto here. That was Alika at work, putting some damage on. Maybe I don't want to use all my skills here. I guess I can. Now I do want to use this middle ability from Toshiro just because it helps increase his max HP, and that's part of the equation for his damage as well. So you get 2 for the price of 1, survivability and damage. And then we just use a couple little things here to finish these guys off. And now we're at Iragoth. So I'm going to go ahead and use this skill because it gives me increased defense, even though I know the ads aren't here yet. I'm sure hexing would have been nice, but I've found that for survivability I really need to keep defensive buffs up. And then my strategy to do this was to mow down the ads just as quickly as I could, except that I don't want to waste the opportunity to apply this attack down, which I can do with Corvis. He's my only attack down champ here. So that helped me with my cooldowns. I can now use some skills here. And I'm going to go ahead and use that one to get some hex out, and that'll help me get this down. Now again, the poisons will not land on the boss. Oops, I had a fear there. Was not able to use my ability. And here comes Mithrala with a cleanse. She won't be affected by probably any of these debuffs in here, just because she is high accuracy, which doubles as high resistance under her kit. So I'm just trying to. Oh no! Hope I can. Oh no! I couldn't get him down. So unfortunately, Iragoth ate the last guy, and that healed her health pretty much to full. You could see up here. So that wasn't great. See if we can recover though. So I'm just going to try throughout this fight to keep attack down on Iragoth. Failing to do so there, Corvis has only a 60% chance to apply the attack down, and I think that's with the extra mastery point if I recall. So it doesn't go sometimes, and that's really unfortunate. So let's try again, and again, we didn't get it. His accuracy is somewhere north of 400, so I don't think it's an accuracy issue. I didn't see it say resistant. I think just not getting lucky with it, deciding to apply. Now I'm hoping that Scyl will get one more turn before her cooldowns are increased, because I would like to revive Alika. Let's try again with the attack down, because that damage coming from the boss is certainly hurting us. So let's see if we can. Oh no. Okay, well, let's see if we can recover. This run is not my best. So not everything always goes the way we'd like it to, but we did finally land a smite. So that'll help do a little damage, and then if we can just keep Iragoth from eating friends here and healing, that would be extremely helpful. I think HP burn is something that works in here, if I recall. So HP burn might have been a better choice as compared to the poisons that I'm attempting to use in here. And we're getting really close to losing Scyl. We just took too much damage in the beginning on this run for my liking. But let's see if we can keep her up and make this poison team work for us on the ads. And again, we do have our active skills being locked by the boss here. And that's unfortunate, but again, with Scyl, we do not need an active skill for the healing to come through. Thank goodness. I would just love to see Syl's relentless set give her an extra turn or two. So here we're just hitting. We can't land poisons on Mithrala's A1. We could have landed a smite and we didn't, unfortunately. But look, we're finally making some good progress here with damage. And this time we did land a smite, so that's excellent. And let's just keep plugging away, see if we can manage to stay up. This boss dishes out a huge amount of damage. So I'm not going to use the A3 here for Corvis. That's the poisons, and I want to save the poison ability for someone that we'll work with. So we're just going to do the buff extend. counterattacks in. I love a couple gratuitous counterattacks. I'm a little worried I might lose Scyl. I think I'm just going to go ahead and do the cleanse, which also applies the shield and the strengthen. Even though I don't like using that cleanse, unless I have something I need to cleanse, but I felt kind of forced to go ahead and do that here to keep my team up. Okay, so I'm a little torn between extending. It looks like I have, except for a couple of these guys, just have one more turn of strengthen. But I think I really need to focus on getting everyone down so that she won't beat them. So I think I'm going to err on the side of killing instead of protecting myself. So let me see if I can take one or two of these down. Good job, Alika. Good job, Toshiro. And I'm going to go ahead and use the cleanse again. My Mithrala is fairly fast. She's not running in relentless reflex or anything like that. So we just have to wait for her abilities to come back to us again. But I do have her running at somewhere around 250 speed, which is fast by some standards, not so fast by others. But she has a really great kit, and so I wanted her to be at least 250 so that I would get lots of opportunities to use her skills. Okay, so we're locked out on skills again, but that's okay, and it looks like we could probably try to get that. Yep, 2 more turns of that. There's a big AoE ability. It's nice to not be locked out on that one. And I'm going to pick this one to take out. And that was extremely helpful. We already have Hex on the field. Let me just worry about my survivability here. I'm going to go for the kill, even though I'm sorely tempted to put that attack down on the boss. I just really don't want her to heal at this point. And as you can see, we got another little heal from Syl's passive. Everyone needed, especially Scyl herself. And I did that more for the attack up and the defense up than for any other reason. So I think we're looking good there. And it looks like we're going to succeed, even just with the smite. We don't have to hit her again, but we can get another hit or two in. And there you have it. I've actually had this group complete this with full health. Here, that was not the case, but I thought they came through for me in the end. It's a pretty clean run. It tends to always take me about 8 minutes or so to get it done. I'm not autoing it yet because I'm just trying to watch what's going on with the health and who really urgently needs to be killed and so forth. But I do recommend the Brimstone Blessing. Take in some tanky folks, and you need some pretty good damage as well. So let me show you how I have my folks geared. I guess we could start with the mythical. Not very great stats here. And I'm aware of that. I have 4 rare pieces on there, but that was the best I could come up with at the time. And then here we have Corvis, whose focus is defense, accuracy, and a little speed. And you can see here I've used 3 of my most powerful champs, and then Mithrala is focused on accuracy, and her resist is a little bit over 600, factoring in the accuracy. And then my Scyl is not great, but here she is running in relentless with a little bit of accuracy, hardly any. So yeah, she doesn't land speed down or daze or anything really, certainly not in this type of content. And I seem to have forgotten. Oh, there we go. Alika was my last champ. So bring in, a hard hitter. Her crit damage could be higher, and she's not quite crit capped, but she gets by, and because she's a +1, that helps with her survivability as well. So that's the team, and hopefully you can come up with a similar one that will help you get that Doom Tower boss down, even on hard difficulty. So good luck, everyone. Take care.